Hey, how nice to see you again at another episode of Triggre's Weekend Masterclass. And today, the topic of today is going to be a master detail page. So I am going to create a user flow which has on the left side a master item, in this case a quotation. And when you click that quotation on the left side, you will see the details of that quotation on the right side. Master detail. So let's go to Designer and let's create those pages in the user flow. So let's create a completely new user flow for this, an empty one, and let's call it a master detail example. Create a new page. Let's give it the same name. Yeah. Let's not overcomplicate this. Master detail example. And the nice part is that, well, you're probably used to seeing this screen, but you can divide this page into two sections. So when you click on the brush on the bottom right, you can change the page layout of this page. And by default it's one, but you can also use two, 50-50, so both sides are have the same width. You have two with 1/3 on the left side and 2/3 on the right side, and you can also divide it into 4 sections. In this case we are going to use the 50-50, and as you can see now it's divided into 2 separate parts. On the left side we are going to add a list of quotations. So let's start with that first. We're going to add a whole block and add a table with all the quotations that we know. Okay, data item, quotation, show every quotation. And let's use, in this case, the customer, a date, the quotation number, and quotation valid until. And the quotation number will be at the top, number next, largest to smallest. Okay. So on the right side we would like to see all the details, so the quotation lines which are linked to this quotation. So I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing that. First of all, by selecting data from a data item, and the other option is by using a user flow. So when you click on adding a new piece of content, we click on whole block, select the table, and this is where we are allowed to make a choice between data item and user flow. Well, let's start with the data item first. So if you choose the data item, you will have to select the quotation lines and have to add a filter yourself to make sure that you only see the quotation lines of that specific quotation. So we're going to apply a filter and we're going to say the quotation of that quotation line is the same as the quotation that is selected on the left side of the page. So we want this quotation is equal to the quotation selected on the left side of the page. Current page, left side, selected quotation. Okay. And then of course we can select whatever we want to show in this table. So for instance, the product name and photo. There you go. Name, photo, amount, and price. And we would like to have a clickable preview and order it by name. Okay. So this is one way to do it. But like I said, there are 2 ways to do this, and the second way is to use data from a user flow. So I'm going to delete this and I'm going to show you how that works. So delete that one and let's do it all over again. So in this case, again, we're going to choose a whole block. It's going to be a table again, And instead of choosing for the data from a data item, in this case we're going to choose for data from the user flow. And the big difference is that you don't have to set up the filter yourself, because Triggre already does that for you. Because we only need to say like, okay, we would like to show the quotation lines which are linked to the selected quotation in the table on the left side of the current page. So all that stuff that I needed to do manually, Triggre does automatically right now. Okay, I'm going to complete this name, photo, amount. Clickable preview again, sorting by name, smallest to largest. There you go. So you must be very curious how this will look in the actual application. So let's publish. Oh, no, wait. We need to add it to the appearance first. And then we can publish and show this and see how it looks. Okay, so publish. And let's wait. Okay, so we are done with publishing. Let's see how this looks in your actual application. So we go to the page, and as you can see here, on the left side, you can see all the quotations that we've made. And on the right side, you currently see nothing, but that's because we haven't selected one yet. So as soon as we'll select one, you will see on the right side all the quotation lines linked to that quotation. So for instance, in this one you see these items, in this one you see these items, and in this one you see that one. Really nice. So you might be wondering, because I showed you two ways of using, creating such a page, in which situation would you like to use the data based on a user flow, and in which situation would you like to use data based on a data item? Well, the big difference between the two is that when you choose for data from the user flow, you cannot add any additional filters. So it's all the quotation lines of that quotation. You can't add, for instance, specific or exclude specific products, or when price is higher than X, something like that. No, it's all the lines. And when you would choose data from the data item, you can add those filters if you want to. So that's the big difference. Choose wisely and have fun with it. Oh wait, one more thing. Hit the subscribe button and you will be notified next week when we have a new video.